Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Welcome back to another video and to the beginning of our day here. I have an interesting cereal that I've picked out for the kids. I don't think there's anything healthy about this one. I'm just really confused. It says there's not a lot of sugar. It really does say there's not. But I'm still, and it has whole oat flour, unbleached, you know. But there's some things in it. I'm like, So we're gonna at least go with it for today and see how it goes before we move on.
To make dough, just gotta pick some.
No, but this is a starter. This is a sourdough starter. I promise you don't know how to make a sourdough starter.
No, I don't. I only know how to make it.
Oh, yeah, make that one. Well, you never can learn enough. This one, this is how he's kneading the dough.
You gotta do this.
Yeah, just like that. Well, there's different ways. We're gonna do some new ones this year. I've had this book for about 15 years, but
no, 1,000 million.
feels like 1,000 million. I got it for like $5 at Barnes and Nobles back in like the 90s, but it has served us well for like when I first was learning how to do anything a long time ago. I've learned many other techniques since then, and I really noticed a similarity between many countries. So it's really cool. Like Morocco, Pakistan, and Yemen, they have very similar rolling techniques. People might not be familiar, just the way they do it, the way they put the butter between things, the way they make them, like, I can't explain, very, very thin, stretched out dough, like very, very cool. So I was having one of those days where you like, you have so much to do. You're like, where do I start? I'll probably fill this up in 2 seconds. And, you know, what do you do first when there's so many things to do? So what I do is I'm going to fill this out and put as many things as I can on here. And then I'm going to probably find the top 3. I'm going to put a bullet here. 1, 2, 3. Top 3 things that I have to do. Now, how do I choose the top 3 things when everything's important? I'm going to think about what will cause me anxiety if I don't do it. Like number 1, if I owe somebody something, somebody's waiting for me. They need a piece from me to do their part, or I promised them I would do something, like things where I give my word. That's something related to the Quran. I have to give them their haqq. So I will put that here as like, I must do it. This is not my personal choice. I made the choice at that time to tell them yes, so I must do it. The second one is things that will give me anxiety in terms of like, I will feel so much pressure the next day if I don't have it done, and it will actually ruin my mood for the day because I'll feel so stressed that I have to do that. Those are the things that people push off to the bottom, and they do the fun stuff first, right? You're like, oh, I'm going to do that one. It's so much fun. Oh, I'm going to do that one. It's so much fun. It's actually like not the smart way to do it. Don't run to things that you enjoy doing first. Do the things, eat the frog, like I said in my planning video, and do the stuff you don't want to do first. Just, you have to. It's the only way you're going to get yourself emotionally happy and make goals that you have for yourself. It's a mindset shift that you have to do. So and I've done it a long time ago, so I'm just used to knowing I have to do it. I still don't like to do that. Let me just tell you, not enjoyable at all. So I'm going to put that first thing here of if I owe anybody anything, they're waiting on me, I gave them my word. Then I'm going to do the stuff that I know, like it will give me like just horrible feelings if I know it's looming in the back of my head, it has to get done. And then lastly is anything pressing, like there's a deadline which I have pushed to the limit for any reason, whether something happened or not, and it's just there's no more time left. So that's how I'm going to do it. Okay, so here I am. I'm just going to write everything down that I need to do for the day. You're going to see as you go through the video, there is a ton that I needed to do for my family. So once I had this all out of my head, I felt so much better, and I was able to go, okay, that makes sense to do this here. That makes sense to do that there. And it was all done. So I had it all on paper. So hopefully that's helpful to you. I don't know if you guys remember one of my previous videos, I showed you my hideous bedroom wall. And so we've been doing so much more since then. So in this video, you're going to see the result. I'm going to show you the wallpaper. I'm going to show you my bureau redone. I'm going to show you all the aesthetics, the candles, everything. Yep, this is totally painted. But yeah, I was sharing that with you last time. So excited to show you the reveal. If you stay and continue in the video, I'm going to have this part here, inshallah. So now I'm trying to fix this. I have one of these. You ever have like a sweater that you love, and then the whole time it's just been that? Now it's at the point where it's like poking through. It's like poking through when I wear it. So I'm going to try to sew it up. All right, so here you're just going to watch me basically sewing. I did a lot of sewing so that I could fix this. It was one of those things I had just like, you know, when you wait so long and you're just like, why did I not do this sooner? So alhamdulillah, that is what I was working on here with the sewing. So excited to have gotten this done. I'm going to show you in a second kind of what it looked like. But yes, for sure, these are things that, you know, we just leave last minute, a whole bunch of things stressed in our head. Just so happy that I got them done and I could finally have my sweater properly worn. I think I wore this for like a year like this. It's kind of sad and pitiful, but like the hashtag mom life, that's how bad it was. So after doing my sweater, I moved right on into the kitchen and I'm making this bread that I'm really excited to show you. It's actually something in my husband's country. They have layers, but also in Turkish. I don't know if you can see it right there. This is some cheese, but look at the layers. Like when you have like, I can't even say the word croissant. It is just going to be puffy, flaky layers in between. I have a mix here of like a feta and a mozzarella and just some herbs. And so generally I'm just about to roll it up. So I'm also going to score it. And this is a really cute trick. So let's pretend I rolled it up here. And at the last piece, right before I roll, I'm scoring it so that when I put it over, you're going to see it's going to be, and that's kind of semna. That's what that color is, like a butter in between. When I roll it over, it's going to make it really pretty. You're about to see it. And I'm trying to roll it here with one hand. It's just tricky. But basically, I am just rolling along. There you can see it's going to look scored like that. You see, and even between, you can see all the layers of what's going to be flaky goodness. I'm really excited. So I have these. So I just did a couple of these. I rolled them up, alhamdulillah. And what you're generally going to see is that I'm going to put on the egg wash here. And I mixed the egg wash with a little bit of cocoa powder to make it darker. And then I sprinkled it with nigella seeds, which are black seeds, on the top. That way, that's also something that gives it a lot of nutty flavor. And it's also really good for you. And then I'm leaving these guys here to sleep just a little bit. All right, so here's what it looks like right before I throw it in the oven. It has all the layers, it's all covered, and here it is when it is out. All flaky and yummy and delicious. So you could see all the coloring on it. It has a nice golden and to dark golden color, and you can see the individual layers. And so alhamdulillah, this is what we're gonna have for breakfast, and I'm gonna make extra in a minute and freeze it. But I just wanted to show you between exactly what it looks like inside. So I have the cheese inside here, but you could see the individual layers, and alhamdulillah, the cheese is like ooey gooey coming out. So alhamdulillah, my family loves it. And I'm gonna package it up here in freezer bags and leave it so I can actually have it next weekend if I need it, inshallah bismillah ta'ala. After that, I just want to show you some other quick stuff I made. This is called feta, and it's just, I had some bread before that I made handmade, some extra bread lying around, and that's really, just a day or two ago. And I crushed it up with some butter, like semna here, and milk and honey and black seed. I made a couple of things of samosa, little cheese samosa as snacks while everybody was doing their work in the house. And then I also made something else here. It's like a fried dough that we used with potato and sauces and stuff like that. So zalabia. So then we had a little bit of a tea party break. So I thought I'd let you in on our tea party break. Oh, you have to make it healthier because it's not that healthy?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah, it's not that healthy with all the cookies, so we decided we needed to add some fruits. Is that the idea? Is there fruits?
And some tea and some gum.
Oh man.
With giggly chew.
Today's a special day because our brother's here, so we're having sweets and we're taking full advantage of that. It's lovely having this party with you. Oh, give me that so I can give you some for dipping.
Oh, yeah.
This is our tea dispenser. You might have seen it in our other videos.
Yeah.
Oh, you love it? Yeah, this is literally their love. So we're having a tea party. That I asked her what she wanted to do to spend time together. That's what she wanted, so.
Wait, we forgot our games.
Games.
The games.
So back to reality. I have to go back to work. Here I am making some cold and flu busters. As you guys know, I was sick and I kind of felt sickness coming on, so I took the ginger here. I sliced it up after I had cleaned it. You can peel it, but after I washed it and scrubbed it really well, I didn't. I had some honey here from Ethiopia that we brought back, so I was very excited to use that as part of the mix. And alhamdulillah, it's really good quality. Have some cayenne pepper here. I usually would put a ton more, but I'm just going to put a little because the kids. Some garlic cloves and some lime. So here I'm just going to crush up the garlic and make sure it all gets in there. Take the peels out, obviously. Again, one-handed. It'd usually be better if I wasn't holding the camera. And then I'm going to go and add all this together. I'm sprinkling it with some of the cayenne pepper. You could also do that when you just throw it in the water. But again, I just wanted to say the benefits of honey are amazing, and lime, just for the soothing and the cutting of any of the mucus and phlegm stuff. I hate to say those words, but it's true. And here is the So I'm going to show you the part here where I am just adding the lime right in to the mix here. It's cloudy because obviously it's been boiling with the ginger, alhamdulillah, and just adding the lime and the honey in here for good measure, making sure everything is, you know, just to taste over and over. So alhamdulillah. So here is the original beer. I pulled it out. I took all the drawers out and I'm like, oh, this is going to be a lot of work. But alhamdulillah, I cannot wait until it's done. So just giving you a look so you can see kind of like the before to the after. Have it here like in my dining room. My husband had to help me prep some of the drawers. And then we took out the paint. I wanted to show you the color. I picked this really deep bluish color, and you can see it here. So it's pretty dramatic. It's a pretty dramatic difference from that. And look, even look at the color. You got the white, and it is all chipped. As you can see, I've had this beer for probably like 10 years. So I didn't want to spend the money. I saw for a beer like this online, it was about $900 on average with something like this color. I know you're going to see all the light on the stroke marks, but don't worry, they will be not visible by the time I'm done. Here are the drawers. I had to literally put garbage bags all across my cabinets so I could just lay them there to rest. I had to warn the children not to come in so nobody would scuff anything. And then I moved on to like the actual, the base of everything. And it was really hard because you have to make sure if you like paint the brush one way, then you paint back the other way so that there's not these marks. So oftentimes I had to go over many parts, but I had this part done. The mistake I made was I didn't go in and do those white parts again, which I do need to do. I got the top done and then I put in these buttons. Look how beautiful the gold is. It's going to go with this. You see how it has, we picked up the gold from there. We're picking up everything. I put these drawers here because every day I had papers everywhere. So this is where I put my printer paper. You're going to find, I wanted that kind of plant aesthetic. So I have that there and I didn't have to water it. And then I have my little other random mail that I get here. I wanted some beautiful candles to light in the morning. You might have seen them on my other videos. I got this from Wayfair. The candles and things and all those things I just showed you, I got from Target, very cheap. These I got from Wayfair. Again, everything is just really easy to take care of. And these little placemats just for accents, these are like $2 at Target, you're going to see here. And so everything was pretty much low budget, right? But at the same time, I wanted this dramatic effect. And if you saw like the beginning of the video, it was so different in what it looked like before. But I went with picking up the same colors. The only thing is the knobs, they do turn a little bit, so they weren't that stable. We do still have to adjust them, but overall, I'm pretty excited. We had the basket here to kind of soften it up, and this is kind of the final look. Ignore my white cabinet on the left. I'm deciding what to do with that. It's not paintable, but of course I had to then return to the kitchen at the end of the night to clean up the mess. But as you can see, we had a pretty productive day. I feel really good about it. I came in here, I cleaned up. In one of my evening routine videos, if you watch before, I say that a great day starts the night before. So here I am getting rid of those dishes. But thank you so much. I will catch you in the next video.